Girlfriend invited me to a birthday trivia night with some of her friends, but didn't save me a spot on her team and suggested I make my own team by myself. Is it time to rethink our relationship? I am 31 and my live-in girlfriend of 3 years is 28. She decided to organize a group trivia outing as an early celebration for her birthday. It was understood by both of us that because this was on a weeknight and it takes me an hour to get home from work that I'd be about a half hour late. When I arrived after typically difficult commute, I kiss her and say, "Happy birthday," and the first thing she says to me is, "There are only 6 people allowed on a team." I look around and realize I'm the 7th person, and all of her friends are staring at me to see what my reaction is going to be. Mostly I'm just embarrassed and awkward because I also realize that there isn't even any place for me to sit, and the implication was that I'd potentially ruin their game by disqualifying them. So, my girlfriend, realizing the awkward situation, she's put me in proposes that I just start my own team. I couldn't even believe she would add insult to injury by not saving me a place on her team, but by asking me on my own one-man trivia team in a bar full of groups of friends. At this point, my feelings are hurt and I'm somewhat humiliated. I know my girlfriend can tell because then she starts asking me, "Are you upset?" and repeating that I can start my own team, even though they were already several rounds in. I really just wanted to go home as I feel like I've wasted my time fighting through traffic to get somewhere it didn't really seem like I was welcome. But I also didn't want to cause a scene during what's supposed to be her birthday celebration. So, in order to keep the peace and not further embarrass both of us, I just sat down at the end of the table by the coats and drank a beer mostly by myself. Occasionally, my girlfriend would come over to say she felt bad, but I just sat there and tried to make a pleasant face while everyone enjoyed the game several feet away. I've thought of every excuse as to how she could be so negligent. Like maybe she forgot that I was planning on coming, but we had texted while I was on my way. Or maybe there was no other way to split the team, but she could have just initially split the group into 2 teams as she was expecting more than 6 people the entire time. It's been several days later, and I still haven't spoken to her about it. Mostly because I'm not trying to start a fight with her around her birthday. I still took her to dinner for her birthday, and we still have more plans in the next few weeks. But this seems like a really messed up thing to do to a friend, let alone to someone you're in a relationship with. And this isn't the first time she's been inconsiderate of me when she's around her friends. The last time being when it was the Friday a few days after my birthday, and she went out without me and left me home by myself because we didn't have set plans. It's making me doubt her loyalty and myself for investing in the relationship. What's the point of even being with someone if you can't even count on them to be on your team, literally and figuratively? We've had this fight before, and I've explained to her how it makes me feel when she doesn't prioritize me and our relationship when she's around her friends. I know that when I do ultimately bring this up to her that she'll feel bad and apologize, but because this has happened numerous times, I don't think that will give me any satisfaction at this point. I'm not sure if I'm being too sensitive about this or maybe if this isn't that big of a deal, but I'd like to get an opinion on how to get the point across. If this really does in fact cross a line too far, and if there is any way to help come back from it. Best comments. I feel hurt just reading it and imagining myself in that situation. Being left out like that feels so bad. No, that would hurt me too. I think that is pretty humiliating. I am actually on a weekly trivia team, and we can only have 6 people to compete. Occasionally, my boyfriend will ask to come, and we will just add him on the team for a 7th person and not compete. Dump her. She won't change. You're not married. You're not even on the same trivia team. She's going to continue to make you feel like crap whenever she feels like it. Cut ties.